Hi everyone. It's been a fucking while, folks. Straight up. And I apologize for that. Welcome to Krystal McSkeez's Smoke Sessions. Okay. Hold the phone. I'm actually gonna roll a joint because I got time, I got trees, I got nothing to do right now. I finished my fucking classes. I have one assignment left for one of my fucking classes, and I'm like, just fucking do it, bitch. Just fucking do it, and everything will be great. And I haven't done it yet. I'm like really needing to get that shit together here. For real though. Hold the phones. Just grabbing some fucking trees here. Sorry, was that just a minute of me fucking pulling weed out? I apologize. Okay, anyways, so, oh no! Holy shit, what is happening here? Hold the phone. Okay. Weed is falling. Got that. Okay, did a nug fall? Did a nug fall? Yes, it did. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're golden. The weed has been saved. So, ladies and gentlemen, what's been going on in my life? When was the last time I talked to you guys? I made a few videos, but I didn't post them because I didn't. So, yeah, I've been going to the gym every day. I didn't go today because I had to be up super early and go volunteer at a workshop, which I'm going to talk about right now, actually. So, my friend Sophia, who I've been friends with since like 2000, 2001 or something, a really long time, 20 years with this bitch. She used to date my cousin, and then my cousin was kind of a dirtbag to her. So they broke up, but we always maintained our relationship because, like, I didn't agree with what my cousin was doing, but he's my cousin, and I'm not here to, like, say anything about these things. But it didn't work out, and we maintained our friendship and all of these things. So I love her. She's a good person. She is super highly educated. She was one of the 2% of Latinas at the time to have her bachelor's degree and her master's or something. Super hard worker, super dedicated, all of these things, right? Like, I love her. So she basically put up a fucking post that she was going to be doing a workshop where she was going to have you guys donate jackets, or have people donate jackets, and then they were just going to be available to the community for free, right? They had places, or alteration jackets, where you can alter your, like if you had like a button or something that was missing, you know what I'm saying? She had something that could fix that. Or she had like a sewing machine, so she could do that for you. And then there's like a little kids workshop where the kids could color and things like that, and it was just an all-around good time. And I was super happy that I was able to be a part of it, because honestly, like, so many people that came in were like low income, like a lot of like Hispanic people with kids came in, and they like stocked up. They grabbed a bunch of stuff that they needed. I told them today, it's not about being greedy. It's about being needy, right? That was the thing. Because it's like, look, they think they're being greedy by grabbing all of these free items, but it's like, look, if you need that, and if you could use that at home, take it. Take it, please, because, you know, it's one less thing for us to fold. And people really like that, because they're like, oh, I'm just going to take this, I'm taking this. I have like 4 bags, and I'm like, that's what we're here for. You know what I mean? That's why we're here. We're not asking for donations. We're not asking for anything. We're just asking for you guys to show up so we can help you guys get what you guys need. And it was super dope. Like, all the thank yous and all the oh my gosh and really and oh wows and all of these things. Like, this lady came and she brought her kids. She left with like 4 bags, and she came back down with only one of her kids and finished shopping. And it's like, yeah, dude, like, I felt really proud to be a part of that. And it was ran by all women, and And it was just a really incredible feeling to kind of give back to the community and fucking see them be able to appreciate all of those types of things. Because where I live, there is a lot of poverty. And maybe the Silicon Valley folks, but that don't mean shit, my friends. There is a huge fucking wealth gap, between fucking, people who are starving and like living in shacks essentially, and people who have it all and are fucking driving like 4 Teslas and all of these things. And like, and I'm not saying that they didn't work hard enough or whatever the fuck to get where they are, but these, everyone works hard. Everyone works hard. And it's one of those fucking things where it's like, a person who's working 40 to 60 hours a week should be able to afford their life, period. Like, and a lot of them aren't. A lot of them are working 2 jobs, working fucking 80 hours a week, and still not making it. And it's like, that's not what life is supposed to be about, my friends. Like, life is supposed to be work hard, play hard, but not work hard just to die. Like, because that happens. My grandma was telling me, a couple weeks ago about people that she knew that decided to retire later because they were going to get an extra couple $100 a month, and that never made it. Like, straight the fuck up, never fucking made it. Like, died fucking a week before their retirement ended, or fucking died, sometime before they could fucking retire. Or they retired and, like, only were alive for a month, and then they fucking died. Like, how devastating would that be in your fucking life? You know what I'm saying? To work hard, fucking plan for retirement, want to do all these things, and get, like, diagnosed with cancer or something. Like, life is not fair, folks, so we have to make the most of it while we fucking can. And if I can donate one of my Saturdays to fucking giving back to the community and seeing the looks on all these people's faces when they're getting shit that they fucking need for their kids and for themselves, like, nice things, you know what I'm saying? Not, like, some secondhand trash that people just didn't want. Like, nice clothing that doesn't have stains and doesn't have holes and all of this shit, like, that's the shit I'm talking about, like, being real super thankful and all this shit. So all the fucking things, it's just one of those things. It really shouldn't be like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be like this, but it is. And we need more of these workshops. We need more people in the community who are able to give back to do so. And I'm super proud of my friend Sophia because she's always wanted to do this. And now she's doing it. And I'm just like thankful I could be a part of it. But anyways, I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. I kind of want to go to the gym tonight just to like be consistent. I've been going every fucking day and been putting in like 2 hours a day in, and I'm just like, yeah, dude, this is making me feel better and feeling healthier. Like, my fucking scale is definitely lying to me because it's saying that I'm not losing any weight, but my clothes are fitting different, and that's what counts. That is what fucking counts. Okay, here we go, folks. Bear with me for just a bit here. This is my process. So bear with me. Oh, look, one of my fucking nails came off. Or nail polishes came off when I was taking a shower. It, like, ripped on one of my hair strands, and that was it. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So I noticed today, while I was working, that people like to talk to me. Boy, do they like to talk to me. And, you know, I honestly don't mind. It's always been like that. I've always been a person to where if I am anywhere out in the world and there are people there and there's an opportunity for them to speak to me, they'll do it. Gas stations, grocery stores, fucking walks out in the world, like, these are all things, right? Like, 110%. This shit really does happen to me. And as they fucking happen, I can't help but think to myself, like, gosh, I feel really bad for some of these people, because I know that I'm probably one of the only people that they've spoken to that isn't their family, or maybe I'm one of the only people that they've spoken to because they have no family in a really long time. And this one lady today, I was talking to her for probably about like 45 minutes the first time, and she was just super nice. She, thank goodness. She was super nice, and she had told me she had lost her daughter when her daughter was 18 years old. She was she was like 2 weeks away from graduation, and she died in 2000, and she never got over it. And it's like, of course not, dude. Like, that's not something that we get over as humans, right? Like, people can say, oh, time heals, and oh, all of these fucking things, but realistically, unless you had someone super close to you die, you know that's some bullshit. Straight up. Ooh, it's a nice overcasty day today. I'm loving it. The weather's so weird right now. Look. It's like gray. See, my hair is blowing in the wind back there because there's a breeze. The trees are moving. It's a thing. But anyways, it's a little bit cold outside. But anyways, she had lost a daughter, never recovered, has lived by herself for the last 10 years, and just like had so much to say. And all I could think to myself was like, fuck, dude, like, this poor woman, you know what I mean? Like, this is why old people need, like, seniors clubs and shit like that, so they can talk to other old people who are experiencing the same sort of loneliness. Like, it's really sad. Because she had so much passion, you know what I'm saying? Like, she went on about her daughter, got kind of emotional, talked about her new grandchild, her grandson, how he was just this fucking blessing to the family and all of these things, and like, she was like, I'm gonna go walk around and see if I can find my daughter because they might be looking for me. And I was like, well, alrighty then. But she was super nice, and you know, I used to go to like the craft things with my grandma, because my grandma's always in ceramics. So she's always done ceramics, and we used to go to these little like holiday what are they called, bazaars and shit like that, where she would like have a little booth and sell her stuff and things like that. And she would always like give me a couple bucks to go walk around and find some things that I liked. That's when I discovered that I like things that are knitted, because they're dope. I bought a bunch of like knitted scarves from these old women and shit like that, and they're selling them for cheap too, like $10 a scarf. And you're just like, lady, I know this shit took you forever. How do I know that? Because I fucking knit now, and I know that that shit takes time, my friend. Motherfucking time. And it's just one of those things. Also, another thing that happened today is I ran into one of my super duper good friends. Her name is Sophia, and I fucking love her. And hopefully tomorrow she comes with me to the night market, because I want to go and pick up one painting from my friend Jessie. Like, just one. It's a Tapatio. It's a message in a bottle, and it's a Tapatio bottle. And the message in the bottle is, send tacos. And I'm like, I hella need that in my house, because it's fucking dope. So, we'll see if it's fucking there, and see what's up. Because it was time. It's one of them things. I don't know, I thought I had a lot more to talk about today, but I've just been doing so much, dude. School's been a lot. My kids are doing well in school. Oh, my son had his little birthday party the other day, and that was fun. Killian had his 7th birthday. Not even like a party, just like a little like get together at the house after school. So it was me, my 2 little cousins that go to Killian school, and then my daughter Ava, and then my daughter's best friend, this little girl named Kiara, and she's fucking cute. Kiara and Ava have been like best friends since like day one. They just super like each other, all of these things, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to the dad, because the dad knows that we're moving, and he's just like, so when are you guys moving? And I'm like, oh, we're gonna be moving October 12th. I'm like, that's the court date. I'm like, so probably like October like 15th, like the end of the week. And as I'm saying that, his daughter's looking at me like, and then she hears that I'm gonna say like, yeah, we're moving, and it's just like sad face, like eyebrows come together, sad face, like what? Like her little heart was breaking inside, and I could see that, and I felt really bad. And I'm like, fuck, dude, like this is 110% why I was happy my court date was in September, because they wouldn't have missed, they would have been enrolled in this school district for like 3 days, and then they would have been enrolled in their other school district, and then that would have been it, like, and their school district would have only been 2 days into the school year, so they wouldn't have missed much time at all. Now they're going to be the new kids that start like in the middle of the year. I mean, 3 months in, but still, like, they've already established friends at their school, and like now they're going to have to go to a new school and make new friends, and it's just like, I don't know, dude. I'm keeping my fingers crossed things run smoothly for them, because I would feel really bad if it didn't. Like, I don't want that for them, and it's not my fucking fault my ex and his lawyer are fucking piece of shit human beings and couldn't fucking do one thing. The only thing that the judge really required him to do, which was go to mediation. It's like, fuck. Oh, also, went to play pool on Friday night. Or Thursday night. My friend Jesse was in town. Ray's friend Jesse, who is now my friend, because that's how it works. He totally, he's in town. He's an artist, right? He is an artist. Jesse's work right here. Dope. Check it out. So my friend Jesse fucking came through, or fucking is up here. He is up here with like a couple other artists from SoCal, and was just like, yeah, like, what's up? I'm like, hey, you want to hang out and smoke it here in the area? He's like, yeah, let's do that. I'm like, dope, tight, let's do that. So we link up at a pool hall. I roll a joint, my normal size joint. And they're just like, that's a big joint. And I'm like, yeah, no, we're good. It's all good, so don't worry. So we smoke and we hang out and we socialize. We go play pool. I have a beer. You know what I mean? We're just kicking ass in that game. And then meet his homies and shit. Girl named Christina, dude named Chris, and other dude named Eddie. And they're just like some super rad ass people. Like, I just was super vibing with them, like chilling, getting to know them, having conversation, you know, like sometimes it's dope to meet strangers, you know what I'm saying? You don't know shit about them, they don't know shit about you. You're just like, what's up, making it work, being an adult, casual conversation, you know, like it's tight. So I find out that they're all artists. They're all talking about their art and everything, and I'm like, oh, that's tight. Like, okay, like we'll check you out tomorrow, right? So the next day is the 626 market, and that is like basically like a food festival, like hella vendors, hella art fucking people. Like, if you have a business, you can pretty much go there and rent a spot and sell your shit, and people will be all about it. I bought a bunch of fucking little gibbets, right, for fucking the Crocs. I got Raymond some Rick and Morty ones, and then I got me some fucking, let me show you guys, this is real fucking weird. So I got a little La Serena fucking pin there next to Raymond's DJ name. He marked me as his own, and a fucking rainbow unicorn, which I love to death. Then we got, look at that. Can you hear that? A Hocus Pocus fucking cauldron. Pumpkin, witch's hat. And that is, let me see. Let me see. Let's see. You can't see it, but it's Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. So I got some of those. I ended up seeing Chris, one of the dudes. I walked up on him. I was like, "Hey, dude, what's up? Like, this is your fucking art shit?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, this is my shit." And I'm like, "Dude, like, you're fucking dope. Like, what the hell? Like, real artist. Not like, I don't know. Every artist is a real artist, but like, he would, like, the art he does, you can see the time and effort that goes into it." He was actually doing a live painting at the time, and I'm like, that's tight, my friend. Like, I really like that. So me and my friend Kim, fucking Kim, end up buying some work from him, and he like gives me player price, and I'm just like, you hella don't have to, dude. Like, I'm here to support, you know what I'm saying? And he's just like, no, dude, like, we're family, like, it's all good, like, for like forever. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, these are the people I want to meet in life, where they're just like, so not like giving, but like not like giving in sense of like giving me free stuff and shit like that, but like giving in sense of like being able to give away their love. You know what I mean? Like, when you meet people and like you like them because they're not dickheads, they're nice, like, you know, like, oh, I can hang out with them in the future, you know, like, that's what's up. Like, it's so refreshing, you know what I mean? Because there are plenty of people out in this fucking world that I meet, and right off the bat I'm like, yeah, no, don't got any urge or desire to hang out with that person again, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you don't have to invite me. If you're gonna invite them, it's fine, I'll pass on that. And then there's just some people who are just super fucking rad, and just like, their aura radiates fucking positivity, and it's just like, yeah, you know what I mean? I like that. Because people have so many walls up around them these days, and no one wants to be hurt or be vulnerable or, you know, look weak. And it's nice for some people to just be like, yeah, like, we met one time, you were cool, we're family now. Like, yeah, that's how I feel. Like, because when I introduce them, I'm like, oh, hey, Kim. I'm like, by the way, Kim, this is my friend Chris. I'm like, well, he's kind of my friend. Like, I met him last night. Like, but, you know, he's like, no, like, we're friends. Like, it's all good. I'm like, tight. Because, you know, like, if I go down to SoCal and he's doing an exhibit, or he's having a barbecue, or we're having a barbecue, or we're doing some shit, like, I'll invite him. Like, fuck yeah, I will. Like, he's a nice person. So that's Chris. That's one dude. Then there's fucking Christina, who is this fucking chick who you see, and her eyes just smile when you meet her, right? Like, her eyes just light up. And you're like, okay. You're like, what's up? Like, how's it going? Because I'm hella dudeish, honestly. Like, I'm not, like, hella girly when people like, oh my gosh, hi, nice to meet you. Like, no, I'm not like that. I'm like, what's up, dude? How's it going? Krystal, nice to meet you. Shit like that, handshake, all these things. And she was just like, hi, nice to meet you, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm well, how are you? And she was just super nice. I got like a really positive vibe from her. And she's like, oh, are you from here? And I'm like, oh yeah, I told her from Union City. She's like, oh yeah, I live like 10 minutes away from here, because we were in San Ramon, and I guess she didn't know I guess she didn't know I was from the area. And she was like, I live in Dublin. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking tight. I'm like, I know where that's at, like, totally familiar. And she was super nice all night. Like, we were joking because we were all playing pool and we all fucking sucked, but like, she was getting some shots in. I'm like, look at you over here, you're fucking playing us. So it was fun. And then at the end of the night, she pulled a solid ass move, because they had bought, when I got there, the ATM machine, credit card machine, debit card fucking thing wasn't working. And I was like, well, I have some cash on me, I'll just give you my cash, it's fine. So I bought my beverage, and then I met them over there, and then they had their drinks, and they went to go close out their tab at the end of the night, and they're like, oh, the machine's still not working. So Jesse turns to his friend, Eddie, and is like, hey, do you have any cash on me? The machine's not working. And as he's like talking to Eddie about this, fucking chick, Christina, just like busts out the money from her fucking wallet and just puts it on the table, or puts it on the fucking thing, right? And, hold on. And as she slaps it down, Jesse turns around, he sees her, he's like, no, he's like, I'm not letting you do this, it's fine. He's like, here, take your money, and he like slaps his money down on the table. And fucking, she's like, no, it's fine. He's like, no, really, like, I'm gonna take care of this. And she was just like, that was a solid move. Like, no one asked her, she just like heard what was going on and took the initiative, you know what I'm saying? Which is totally something that I would do. Like, if I would have bought those drinks, if I would have had one of those drinks that night and I heard that going on and I had the cash on me, I too would have just dropped it. Like, oh, it's not a big deal, it's whatever, you guys, you know? So that was a solid thing. She's a good ass human, I really like her. And then there was Eddie. And he was a dude that Jesse had driven up with, and my dude Raymond had met him actually and bought like a sticker off him, or got like a sticker from him last time, and has that sticker on his mat because he hella likes it. And so Eddie, nice dude, amazing art. Like, I had no fucking idea. And that's the thing, I don't know what Christina does, but Chris has fucking incredible art. Eddie has incredible, fucking amazingly detailed fucking art, and it's beautiful. And he was just chill too. Like, we were all just talking shit because like none of us knew how to play pool. It was me, Jesse, and Eddie on one team, and then Chris and Christina on the other team playing pool. Because, you know, like, they were better than us, and we were just gonna try to beat them. And it was fun, and I was glad that I was able to meet them and to mingle and to hang out and shit, because they were all just some really rad ass individuals. And I got some stickers off of Eddie too, because I really, really like them. But yeah, so so that was my weekend. And then Kim, this fucking bitch, she this is the girl that I wasn't speaking to. And I was pretty okay with it, because honestly, like, I don't really need anyone in my life. So it's not a big deal when people are not in my life. But anyways, she hits me up randomly. It was like, hey, do you want to go to this 66 market with me? Tonight? She like sent me a text, a screenshot, and I was like, actually, bitch, I got fucking guest list to there. And I'm like, so if you want to go, and I'm like, I plan on going. And she's like, okay. And so she tells me, we make plans to go. So we go, and we're chatting, and I don't know, it comes down to, I think we're just going back and forth with, like, our lives and how things are, and she's like, yeah, I saw that you had anxiety, and it was, like, on the night of a full moon, and she's just like, you're just not aware, she's like, you miss me, or she's like, you need me or something, and I was just like, thinking in my head, like, no, like, I don't, but I don't want to be a bitch. And if she's watching this right now, I'll tell you why, Kim. Because I don't need any, like I just said, I don't need anyone in my life. If people want to be a part of my life and do things and join me in things, like, they can do that. If they want to hit me up, they can. If I think of hitting you up and you're available, super dope. If I hit you up and you're not available, next time, you know what I'm saying? So, these are all things. These are all things. And it's definitely one of those, I put in efforts, but if I have my own fucking shit going on in my life, I'm not going to mentally exhaust myself or fuck up my mental health if I don't need to by overwhelming myself. That's just what it is, folks. That is just 110% what it is. And that's fine. You know, like, we're all adults. We should all just get that. I was talking to my friend Sophia today, and her life is super busy. She's a fucking professor at San Francisco State University and works full-time at Levi's corporate. Like, she's fucking busy, and she's a mom of two. You know what I'm saying? A mom of, like, a 4-year-old and, like, a 7-year-old, like, maybe 8-year-old. So, you know, we're just like, we don't have time to hang out, really? I'm like, but we can make time, and we should, and we'll have to work on that. Because, you know, like, she's planning workshops for the community and talking to community city council members and all of these things, and, like, I'm just trying to get through fucking school right now. Seriously. Like, and me not having to do 2 additional classes right now. Right now, my classes are down to 2, and I'm super fucking happy about that. Because I need to focus, and I'm bummed because in my admin of justice class, I finished that class with a B. In my paralegal class, I'm finishing it with a fucking C, and I'm just like, like, you could have done better, my friend. You really could have. My problem is I fucking second guess myself all the fucking time. And, like, it's just real difficult. You know what I mean? It is real fucking difficult to focus and all of these things, and I don't know. And then I haven't been in school for so fucking long. It's like starting all over again. Like, what notes do I take? What's relevant information? What's important? Do I just fucking take it all down? Like, you know what I mean? Like, first I can go back and reference it later. I'm like, what the fuck? So, it's just one of them things. I don't know. One day I'll do great things for the community. One day I will fucking make a difference and change someone's life. I've changed a few people's lives in positive ways, I think. Can I think of those people right now? No. Do I know they exist? Yes. And does it make me happy? Always. Yeah, it was me and Jesse and his friend Eddie hitting this fucking joint, or a joint just like this, and they were like, I think I'm good. I was like, really? We ended up smoking it later, but some people just can't hang with the McSkeez's. But I also don't drink, and I think Eddie was drinking that night. Jesse doesn't drink, which is really dope actually, because I don't drink either, and it's nice to go places with people who don't drink because I don't know. You know that everyone's just gonna be chill and stoned and just relaxed and just joking and not like drunk and being stupid and like blacking out and shit like that. Because nobody likes the person that does that. That's just not fun. I hate that I do laundry every day, you guys. Maybe not every day, but every other day. And if I'm not doing a load that day, I'm definitely folding a load that day. Because sometimes I like to do laundry at night. And sometimes I'll get like my first like load and two folded. And then third one, I'm just like, just fucking throw it in the basket. and then it's in the basket. So after this, I don't know. I think I might just take my C. Honestly, I don't know if I want to put in the extra effort and get like a high C, maybe like a B minus. I don't know. It's just like I understand the assignment, my last assignment. I just like my brain cannot process how to correctly word it, and it's getting on my fucking nerves. For reals. Getting on my fucking nerves. And then I have to use the IRAC format. Now that I'm familiar with it, it's like, okay, well, let's do it. Yeah, those are the problems. You know, if there's anyone that actually sits here and listens to these videos in their whole and in their entirety, I really appreciate you. Why? Because they're just listening to some fucking stone bitch ramble and rant about her fucking life. And it's an interesting one. I've actually been really depressed. Oh, I think that was one I didn't post. I had like a huge anxiety attack at the fucking gym the other day. And I couldn't go inside for like 40 minutes. And I basically made like a 40-minute video talking about my anxiety attack and what I was going through and what I was feeling, but I didn't post it. Because I just don't need shit like that to be held against me in the court of law. It's like, look, she's not stable. It's like, no, we all have anxiety attacks. My ex has told me about him having an anxiety attack, and I'm like, oh, suddenly you have an anxiety attack, and now they exist. How fucking convenient. Because when I would have them, his answer and response was always like, fucking deal with it, or get the fuck over it, or come the fuck on, or, you know, like, it was not good. But now that he's had anxiety, like, to where he was like, dude, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, and my fucking heart was just tightening. I'm like, I get that all the time, and it sucks, dude, I know. And I'm sorry. This is like when he and I were still trying to be like cordial to each other and shit. But, you know, those things, that was a very brief time. I must say, I feel like I definitely have mastered the art of joint rolling with the crutch. I doubt myself sometimes, but it always turns out okay. And I'm very happy with that. Why? Because it really is saving me. Let's see, they're $4. That's 6. I buy 2 of them a week. That's 8. 8 times 4 is 32. Saving me $32 a month, my friend. How about that? Just because I'm rolling fucking joints now. Today. That's a thing. After this, I'm gonna go. I think I'm just gonna not do my discussion board post. That's fine. I'm over it. I'm just so fucking tired of it. I have 30 points being added. It would add another 30 points, which would be another 60 points, essentially, that would be added to my grade instead of just 30. And I don't know why I'm not just fucking doing it. I'm probably just gonna go in there and get it fucking done. I'll have to use the IRAC format and just carry that over to this fucking lesson and see how the fucking rule applies. Okay. And you know what? I know I could fucking do this, and I'm telling myself I can't, and I don't know why I'm doubting myself. I'm getting to a point to where it's getting very real. I'm gonna have my paralegal certification, and then what? And then I have to go look for a job in my field. Then I have to go to a law firm and apply at a law firm. You know, like, these are all things that that are gonna happen. And I have to be ready for that. And I've passed these classes and I know what I'm talking about. I literally have discussions with my teacher. Like, it was great because we had an office hours the other day and we talked about the homework, and I did the homework ahead of time, so I was able to have her basically tell me if my answers were correct or not. And on one of my responses, she was like, that was just the best run-on sentence I've ever heard in my whole life. She's like, you sound like a real lawyer now. And I'm like, thank you. She's like, you hit all the elements. And like, I can do this. But I am doubting myself from within. Why? Because it's a big fucking world out there, my friend. But once I find a company that, like, a firm that I love, that I can work with, that, like, is going to be all of these things that I want, that's going to be fulfilling to me in terms of, like, helping people that had the justice system fuck them. You know what I mean? Like, I'm here for that. I'm here to rectify those wrongs. It's just one of them things. Okay, I'm gonna finish this fucking joint here, then I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna go do my fucking do my fucking laundry. I really miss Raymond, you guys. I have 15 more days until I see him. And it's one of those, it's one of those, I miss him, I think about him all the time, and when I go places without him, I just feel like he should be there. I feel like I'm not, I don't know, it's like a weird feeling. It's one of those, like, I'm having a good time, but I would have an even better time if he was there. You know what I mean? Because he's fun. Raise a good time when we go out. Like, super good time. And I 100% love him for putting up with all of this bullshit, dude. Jesus Christ. It's a real fucking thing. I have goals, and he's here to help me achieve them, and I'm here to help him achieve his, and we just want to have a great life. And when we're together, we have that, because the love is everything. I really what is the word? I really can't tell you how different my life is with him. The difference between my life with him versus my ex. Like, it's like night and day. And everything I wanted in a relationship when I was with my ex, like all the things that I wanted him to do, like Ray just does. And it's like one of those great things that like you only experience in life once. Like Ray may not be like the smartest person in the world in terms of like intellectual conversation, like deep feelings and what is the word? There are just some things that he's just not familiar with. And that's okay. Because there are things that I'm not familiar with that he's totally educating me about. And I'm like, I had no fucking idea. How about that? And he's like, oh yeah, how about blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, look at you over here, you fucking cultured ass, man. But it's because he has traveled and he's been around the world. Like, real shit. Like, he fucking was a DJ. Produced a track with his friend Steve. They traveled around the world playing that track. And when I say the world, I'm like, he's been to Australia, he's played in Birmingham in the UK, he's played in has he played in Australia? I want to say Australia. If not Australia, I want to say he's been there. He's been all over fucking Europe. He's been to fucking New York. For something like he's been outside of California. And that is important. And that is important because that makes up for the education, because it's like the life experience. And it's tight because and he's lived a bunch of places too. He's lived in Arizona. He lived in different places around or like in the SoCal area. And that's tight too because he knows a bunch of local spots in all these places. Like I can tell you some spots in like around here. You know what I mean? Like I can tell you some spots like in Oakland and in San Francisco and in Pacifica that I like to go to, or in Half Moon Bay that I like to go to. Maybe a few cities in between, you know what I mean? But like I couldn't take you to every fucking city that I drive through. I'm like, oh, this is hella good here, and this is hella good here, and this is hella good here. Like, and he hella does that, and I'm just like, oh, I'm like, oh, I hella want this, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna take you somewhere, and I'm just like, oh, and 9 times out of 10 is a place that I'm like, yeah, and then sometimes like, why the fuck would you take me here? Like, ugh. But that's because sometimes he gets it wrong, and that's okay because he's not perfect. Nobody is. But he's pretty fucking great, and he's pretty fucking close to it for me. That dickhead, yesterday I was with Kim, and he called me, and we were talking, and I was just like, he's like, so what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm driving with Kim to the whatchamacallit. He's like, oh, you're with Kim already? And then I told her about it, and then we started laughing, and then after we hung up, he texted me a picture, and I went to go check the fucking text, and it's fucking it's a picture of him and I having sex, like an image of like him just like an inappropriate image that I'm like, if I would have fucking clicked on that and opened it up, like him would have hell seen that. Like, what a dickhead. And he thought that was the most hilarious shit ever. And I told him afterwards, I was like, I don't appreciate that, and he started laughing. And these are the things. So let me see. It's got some fucking whatchamacallit. I had a fucking weed leaf stuck in my throat and I had to get it out immediately. I don't know what I was talking about. But I should go to the gym. Because my clothes are fitting differently. And I really love that, honestly. Like, pants are just, like, sliding on. Shirts are just going over. Like, I still have a fucking super long way to go. Because right now I'm basically working off all the fat that I gained for quarantine. And then when I lose all of that fucking weight, then I have to put in some real fucking effort and get back down to the weight that I was before when Raymond moved out here. And then when I'm at that weight, then I still have another fucking 25 pounds that I want to fucking lose so I can meet my goal weight. It's a long road, my friend. I got 3 major milestones I have to work on. And they're all slowly happening. And I am very happy about that because I need that to be a thing. I need that to go away. I need all of my, like, chin fat to go away. I need all my arm fat to go away. And it's working because I'm, like, getting a little bit of muscles. And I'm like, yeah, get those things going home. Because really, what I would like to do, I love my dress, but Ray's right. If I can get one a little more revealing, I'm gonna do that. You know why? Because these are the things. Like, you only get married once. The wedding dress that I picked out is beautiful. But maybe if they, like, cut it down a little further, opened it up a bit, opened it up and made it more of, like, I don't know what kind of neckline it is right now. But if they could drop it down a little bit, I don't know. We'll fucking see. We'll fucking see. I just want to have, like, amazing wedding pictures and to just love life. Because realistically, I'm only getting married once. And it's gonna be to Raymond. Because I fucking love him. And that is what counts. He really wants his big giant wedding, so he can have it. Baby wants what baby gets. And he deserves it. Because he's a good man. And I love him. And he can have whatever the fuck he wants. He got his little fucking ring for his engagement. And he was happy about it. And that was special, actually. That was a Christmas gift for him. Because I fucking 100% love that guy. And he likes to ball out and all these things, so it's like, well, that's what you want, Wayman D. That's what you get. Alright, folks. It's time. I'm fucking tired. I want to go fold some fucking clothes and watch a movie and just relax and then get up early tomorrow and go to the gym early tomorrow. Because it just works better for me to do it in the morning. I'm just not like a person who goes at night. So, thanks for hanging. Until next time. Mission accomplished. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to me rant. Until next time, folks. Take care of yourself and each other.